Hello, guys. I have another Thanksgiving story for you today. This one is called The Great Turkey Race. I think it's a pretty funny book. There's some interesting things that happen in this book. I want you, when we're reading, I want you to think, is this story fiction? Is it a make-believe story? Or is it nonfiction? Is it a real story? Just looking at the front cover, you probably have a guess if this is fiction or nonfiction. Let's look at the front cover. What do you think this story will be about? The Great Turkey Race. You see turkeys, a duck, a chicken, a pig. Looks like a rabbit. You think it's going to be at a zoo or on a farm? Just looking at those animals, can you make a prediction? Right? You can use what you know and make an educated guess as to what the setting is going to be. So this book was written by Steve Metzger. Steve Metzger is our author. He wrote the book. And it was illustrated by Jim Paylott. So Jim is the illustrator, and the illustrator draws the pictures, right? Let's read The Great Turkey Race, and let's find out what Steve Metzger wanted to write about. It was a chilly day in November. What's that setting? It's the farm. During a game of hide and seek, Ollie the turkey heard Farmer Kate talking to Farmer Joe. "Who's going to be the Thanksgiving turkey this year?" Farmer Kate asked. "I don't know," Farmer Joe replied, "but this turkey has to be very special." Ollie's eyes opened wide. "I'd better decide soon," Farmer Joe continued. "Thanksgiving is almost here." Cassie and Wing crashed into Ollie. "We found you!" they shouted. "You won't believe what I just heard," said Ollie. "Farmer Joe is going to pick one of us to be the Thanksgiving turkey. He said you have to be special." "Then it should be me," Wing said. "I'm the coolest turkey." "No, I should be picked," Cassie said. "I have the most colorful feathers." Do they think being the Thanksgiving turkey is a good thing or a bad thing? They seem pretty excited about it, don't they? "I've got it," Ollie said. "Let's have a field day with different sporting events. The winner of each event gets a medal. Then we can show Farmer Joe who to pick," Cassie added. "And the one who wins the most medals." Right? So they'll pick the one with the most medals. They quickly decided on the events. There would be running, throwing, dancing, an obstacle course, and high jumping. Later that afternoon, the goats and horses began hanging banners and flags from tree to tree. The ducks took care of the drinks while the chickens knitted souvenir sweaters. They are making a whole day out of this. They are excited at the farm. The next morning, Rooster crowed, "Cock-a-doodle-doo, let the games begin." Cassie ran toward the barn with Ollie and Wing close behind. When they got there, the other farm animals were already waiting for them. "The first event is the turkey trot," Pete the chicken announced. Ollie, Cassie, and Wing lined up. "Ready, set, go!" Pete shouted. Cassie was in the lead, but slowed down to blow kisses to her friends. "Mwah, mwah, mwah." Ollie and Wing raced past her. As they got closer to the finish line, Wing pulled Ollie's sweatband down over his eyes. That's not very fair. "I can't see," Ollie said. Wing had won the race. As Pete handed him the first place medal, Wing shouted, "I am the greatest!" "No fair," Ollie whispered to Cassie as the pigs played turkey in the straw. It wasn't very nice of him, was it? Cassie won the bucket throwing event. Then Ollie won the dancing competition doing his wild turkey mambo. With 2 events to go, Ollie, Cassie, and Wing had 1 medal each. So they're tied so far. I'm going to win the next 2 medals, Wing said. Then I'll be the Thanksgiving turkey. We'll just see about that, Mr. Cheater, Cassie said. A trumpet blew. The obstacle course race will begin in 15 minutes, Pete called out. Wing and Ollie hurried over to the duck pond, but Cassie decided to rest for a moment. Farmer Joe and Farmer Kate strolled by. The animals sure are busy today, Farmer Kate said, especially those silly turkeys. Well, Farmer Joe said, one of them will be mighty tasty at next week's Thanksgiving dinner. Mighty tasty, Cassie shouted as she jumped up. So that's what happens to the Thanksgiving turkey? I better warn Ollie, but not that cheater Wing. He makes me so mad. She raced over to the duck pond. Oh no, so she found out it's not a good thing to be the Thanksgiving turkey. But she doesn't want to warn them both, does she? See what she ends up doing. Don't win any more medals, Cassie said to Ollie. Why not? The Thanksgiving turkey is going to be cooked. Oh no, that's terrible, Ollie said. But what about the last 2 field day events? If Wing wants to win so much, Cassie replied, we'll just let him. Oh no. Time for the obstacle course, Pete said. Follow the path from the pig pen to Farmer Joe's tractor. The winner is the first one to reach the top. Let's get started, Wing said. I can't wait to win. Ready, set, go, Pete called out. The 3 turkeys went through the pig pen, over the haystacks, across the clothesline, and onto Farmer Joe's tractor. Hooray for me! Wing shouted. Only 1 medal to go. He is so excited he doesn't know yet. Cassie and Ollie looked at each other. They felt bad about Wing. Please come down from the tractor, Wing, Cassie said. We have to tell you something. Yes, Wing replied. You think I'm wonderful. Cassie told Wing what really happened to the Thanksgiving turkey. What? Are you sure? Wing yelled. I don't want to be the Thanksgiving dinner. Here, take my medals. Calm down, Wing, Ollie said. Let's think for a minute. After a few moments, Cassie shouted, I've got it! She whispered her idea to Ollie and Wing. So she decided to tell him. Even though he cheated and he was bragging, she still told her friend, didn't she? And now she has a plan. Time for the high jump. Our last event, Pete called out. The turkey that jumps over the highest object wins. Starting with a milk bucket, Ollie, Cassie, and Wing quickly moved on to jumping over a rocking chair, a bale of hay, and a cornstalk. Wow, they're jumping high. I guess it's a 3-way tie, Pete said. There's nothing left to jump over. I see one more thing, Cassie said as she pointed to the fence surrounding the farm. Ready, set, go! Pete called out. Ollie, Wing, and Cassie raced for the fence. They jumped at exactly the same time and just barely made it over the top. Come back and get your medals, Pete called out. But the 3 turkeys kept right on running and running and running. And as for Thanksgiving dinner, Farmer Joe and Farmer Kate ate the most delicious vegetable stew. Oh my goodness. So Farmer Joe and Farmer Kate had vegetable stew, and in turkey trouble, Farmer Jake had pizza. So those turkeys are tricky, aren't they? These turkeys ran away, and in turkey trouble, he disguised himself. Ugh. I hope you guys get to eat some turkey, though. I hope they don't run away from you.